Hi, in this tutorial, we're going to be going over factoring special forms. So in this tutorial, you'll learn how to factor the difference of two squares, how to factor perfect square trinomials, and how to factor the sum or difference of two cubes. So the difference of two squares is the difference of squares of two term factors is the product of a sum and difference of those terms. So here's an example of the difference of two squares. If we have a squared minus b squared, well, that's the same as a plus b times a minus b. So let's do an example. Here let's factor 9x squared minus 25. So what we want to do is get it in the form of a squared minus b squared. So we know that 3 times 3 is 9, so we can have 3 squared times x squared minus 25. We can also factor this as 3x squared minus 5 times 5 is 25 squared. So now we can rewrite this as 3x plus 5 and 3x minus 5. So now the perfect square trinomials is when we have a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Well, that equals into a plus b squared. Or we can have a squared minus 2ab plus b squared, and that equals a minus b squared. So here's how to recognize a perfect square trinomial. The first and last terms are square of monomials or integers. The middle term is twice the product of the expressions being squared in the first and last terms. So let's do an example. Let's factor x squared plus 16x plus 64. So here we have x. Now we need two numbers that when multiplied together equal 64. Well, 8 times 8 equals 64, and 8 plus 8 equal 16. Or we can write this as 8 plus 8, x plus 8 squared. So now let's factor 25x squared minus 30x plus 9. So here we can factor 25 as 5 times 5, and then x squared as x times x. Now to get 9, we can get 3 times 3 equals 9. But because we have an addition sign, that means we have two negative signs or subtraction signs because we have a subtraction here. Now we can try to solve this using the FOIL method. So we get 25x squared plus 15x plus negative 15x plus negative 15x minus plus 9. So 25x squared minus 30x plus 9, which gives us the same answer. So that means 5x minus 3 times 5x minus 3, or 5x minus 3 squared is our answer. Now here's how to factor the sum or difference of two cubes. First, you're going to factor the sum of two cubes. When you have a cubed plus 3 cubed, well, that's the same as a plus b times a squared minus a times b plus b squared. The middle term is twice the product of the expressions being squared in the first and last terms. Now when you have a cubed minus b cubed, that's the same as a minus b times a squared plus a times b plus b squared. So let's do an example. Here let's factor 8x cubed minus 125. So now we know that when we have a cubed plus b cubed, that equals a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. So now we can rewrite this as 2 cubed equals 8, and then x cubed equals x cubed. So now we can rewrite this as 2x cubed minus 5 cubed is 125. So now we can rewrite this expression as 2x minus 5, plus 5 times 2x minus 2x times 5 plus, make that squared, plus 5 squared. So if we simplify this, we get 2x plus 5 times 4x squared minus 10x plus 25. So that's our answer. So in this tutorial, you learned how to factor the difference of two squares, how to factor perfect square trinomials, and how to factor the sum or difference of two cubes. Now try and solve problems in the Factoring Special Forms workbook. For more help, sign up for online tutoring. And in the next tutorial, we'll go over a general factoring strategy. Thank you.